All right. Welcome back to A Journey Through My Brain. Last night, here, I got speakers on over here. Let me go turn them down real quick. All right, that's a little bit better. And as I said, welcome to A Journey Through My Brain. I am your host, Paul Wirtanen. And if you hadn't noticed, I was missing in action last week. And there was a good reason for that. Family emergencies came up last week, and I needed to be out of town quite a bit last week. So I am back here, ready to go. And I'm looking at my outline today, and I'm like, this doesn't quite fit with what I was going to talk about, what I've been planning on talking about today. And I'm like, huh. So I may just scrap this outline and unfortunately just wing it off the top of my head. So what I've always been preaching on this channel, and not only since I just restarted a couple weeks ago, but since I was doing YouTube in the previous life, a year or 2 years ago, whatever it was on this channel, I've always wanted to be, hey, mistakes happen, let's roll with them. So my outline's kind of fuzzy right now, so let's just roll with it. I've inhaled a lot of YouTube, a lot of training in general. I am a one that seeks knowledge in no matter what area. If I'm interested in it, I'm going to seek knowledge, whether it's computers, woodworking, gardening, leadership, management, programming. I've studied a little Python programming. I use Linux systems. I've learned how to use servers, Linux servers. I am constantly learning, whether it's through Udemy, through LinkedIn Learning, just off of YouTube. I inhale a lot of YouTube, a lot of LinkedIn Learning, a lot of Udemy. And I want you to kind of get that fire for learning and for trying new things, for being a part of your learning, but being a part of a community of learners. So that's kind of, I think, the direction this channel is going to go. I initially said, okay, the journey through my brain, whatever I can think, I'm going to talk about. A lot of the topics that I would like to talk about are how to better yourself and how to better your community to support each other. I was listening to, or watching, I should say, to the YouTube channel Smarter Every Day. And on there, he was talking about creating a grill brush. A lot of the grill brushes nowadays kind of have those bristles that fall out in your food, which can get lodged into your system, and then you got to have them surgically removed. Yeah. He was like going through the process of trying to make an American-made product. But what he emphasized, not just that it's American-made, that you should just focus on American made. What you should focus is on making things where you are living, no matter what country you're living in. Don't be relying on outsourcing. Don't rely on somebody else, to some other country, some other region, some other neighborhood, or I wouldn't say necessarily neighborhood, but somewhere else to create something for you. You got to have the skill set and the knowledge to be able to create things in your own space, in your own country. That's anywhere. And right now, we here in the United States are going through a time of trying to bring back a rebirth of our industrial revolution, so to speak. Whether you agree with the politics going on or not, that I'm not here to preach politics, but I want you to guys think about, what if some catastrophe happens in this world and you do not have the ability to make what you need to sustain yourself, your family, your community, or even your country? Where are you then? You're at the mercy of other people. You could be at the mercy of people who do not like you. And that's kind of a scary concept. So I got to thinking about it. Let's make this channel, let's teach people how to be creative, how to make things, how to be self-reliant. We can teach people how to build things, put electronics components together, how to do woodworking, do gardening, do just a variety of things, kind of be self-reliant. That's what we all need in this world. Sure, absolutely. Maybe there is room to get something from somebody else, to have somebody else maybe produce something cheaper. But we, as a community, as a nation, no matter where you're living, need to also be able to do it for yourself. I subscribe to that. I think we are a very good global community. We do have a lot of friends. Everybody has friends everywhere. And that is great. But what if your friends can't get you the support that you need? Or the products that you need? Then what are you going to do? I think about that a lot. I am very thankful that I grew up learning different skills, learning how to use my hands. I'm thankful that ever since I was knee high to my grandpa, I was spending a lot of time with him because he was a jack of all trades, so to speak. He had a passion for learning, a passion for making things, and he was an extremely smart man who passed on a lot of his knowledge to me. Now, I may not be an expert at being a machinist, and I never claimed to be an expert at many of the things that I like to do. But that doesn't stop me from trying. I'm not an expert at YouTube, but you see me here trying. And that's what I think we all need to do. We need to learn to be self-reliant. I learned a lot of skills from my grandpa. I learned a lot of things from my dad. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for me having the ability. When I was out at my parents' house just recently, they had purchased a UTV, and it wasn't working right. And I did some troubleshooting on it. I was able to get a meter out there and do some troubleshooting, a voltmeter. I got it around here somewhere. And I troubleshot. It's like, I found that one fuse. That wasn't even on the schematic. I found that one fuse. That should be the trick to getting this vehicle running again. Awesome. I had enough troubleshooting skills to be able to do that. It is a blessing to be able to create and to do things that have, and to have skills that seem to be disappearing from our world. Others can do plenty of things by themselves, on their own, some really good quality work in places, and that would even surprise us that they can achieve such quality. But we need to be able to do quality work on our own. So that's where I'm going to head with this channel. I am going to enter kind of this new phase. So let's learn how to make things. I want to be a maker channel. And if we don't know how to make something, let's learn together. The community I want to build here should be able to support each other. Whether you have a YouTube channel of your own, whether you are just here to learn, to bounce ideas off of each other. That is the key to success. There is nobody here in this world that can do it on their own. You need a community. You need to build that community to really, truly taste success. And I would like to have that community right here. I want to be able to pick up a tool and carve some wood, or just make something simple like a nice sturdy table. I have the knowledge how to do it. Maybe I can bring that to you. Eventually I will maybe have cameras in my garage where I can do some woodworking. I have a background in electronics repair. I've worked in several medical institutions repairing medical equipment. That's what I do by day. I repair things to the level that you could use them when you're in the hospital. I take pride in that. That, I believe, I don't know every piece of medical equipment that I ever encounter, but I believe I have the skill set to learn, and I have the willingness to learn. You don't have to know it all. You just have to have the willingness to learn. So I can work with electronics. I can work with computer programming. I may not be an expert at computer programming. Mostly I've used it for data analysis, but I can use Python programming at a very basic level to accomplish things that I need to do, to figure out things. I don't know what your take on AI is, nor, well, I can't say I don't care. There are a lot of people who don't understand AI. There's a lot of people who refuse to understand AI. But I believe that it is something that is here to stay, whether you agree with it or not. I believe you should have the understanding of how to use it, the different types of AI that are available, whether it's hosted by you on a private server or hosted in the cloud somewhere. That is from public that you rent a subscription to. I think you need to have that basic understanding how AI interfaces with our world. I'm not asking a lot. I'm asking for understanding. I don't want to look at always the negative of things. I want to look at the positive too. AI, a lot of people, and I will even agree that yes, it is not necessarily, in my opinion, going to be a really good thing for a lot of jobs. Eventually, and we're going to see that more and more, and we're already seeing that, I believe, in the computer programming world. I made a simple basic website that I didn't program myself. I added the pictures and everything, but I literally used AI to create my website. Not that great at the moment when I did it, and I do need to make some updates, but it was AI generated, so you don't necessarily need programmers anymore. That is something that we would have never expected, 10 years ago. But yes, I do believe we need to learn things. We need to learn new technologies, new skill sets. And I want to take you on that journey. I want to take you out to the farm someday, out onto my parents' farm. Maybe we'll talk about some gardening, some basic lawn care, some basic working on machinery. What do you do when you're by yourself and you're kind of stuck trying to repair something? What troubleshooting skills do you need? There's a lot of these things in our world that if we just had a basic understanding, we could accomplish so much more. Yes, I came here tonight with a plan, and it just didn't seem to work. But I still wanted you to know where I'm coming from and know where I'm going. Now, with all that said, these next few months are going to be a challenge for me in ways that I can only imagine at this point. I will be needing to go in for a surgery procedure. And that is going to keep me down for a little bit. But I hopefully that it will not kick me down to the point, maybe it will for a few weeks, but I still want to get back onto YouTube and continue on with the story and show you that with a little perseverance, we can rise above our adversities. That is what I'm going to hopefully bring across. We are going to talk about things during that time because I will not be moving very fast. I'll be probably in the living room sitting in my chair. But that's the way life goes. We are just going to talk about things and we're going to learn things. I probably have my computer there and I hopefully will be able to show you some things like open source software, how to interact with things. I have a new Synology lab here, a Synology NAS storage device here. I'm going to have to get that up and running soon. We may be able to discuss things like that, creating the servers, creating things. And yes, I'm looking right now at a computer that I may actually put my own self-hosted LLM on it, large language model, which is AI. Whether I use a Llama or some other AI platform, I don't know. But we can explore that and have the opportunity to learn together. Yes, I do use ChatGPT. Not because I think it's and I struggle with that sometimes because I look on my phone and I'm like, really? I did not load these pictures onto my phone. Where did they come from? As soon as I got rid of ChatGPT on my phone, those pictures were gone. I'm like, really? ChatGPT, you are loading up my phone when I'm not even expecting it, when I'm not even doing anything? But then I realized I can utilize ChatGPT even a little bit more on a day-to-day basis. I don't necessarily agree with it. I don't necessarily agree with how public AI has learned using other people's information, other people's pictures, other people's artworks, other people's content. But AI is here to stay. We must learn how to utilize it. And those of us that learn early enough are going to be the experts to those who come down the road here. That's why I'm going to learn it. I don't want to be left behind in my job and other and things I want to do. So I'm going to learn it. It's not that I think it's going to be the greatest thing out there, but it is going to be out there. Whether it's AI or I should say Chat GPT or some other AI platform, it's not going anywhere. Let's live with it. No one person at this point can shut it down either. It is just too much of it out there. And the race for better and better AI has already begun. Countries that are not entities, I should say, that are not necessarily friendly to other people, other countries that are not friendly to other countries, are building AI. Militaries are utilizing AI. I don't think it's right. The idea that it will save lives because we could actually have drones and whatnot fighting our wars, I don't necessarily agree with that. Yes, I disagree with wars. I don't want to see people killed and hurt. But we can't let smart machines doing the work for us. I don't know if you can hear that, but the dog's upstairs scratching on the carpet. That is one of those interesting things that you get when you're in an in-home studio. The dog running back and forth playing. And she's doing this all by herself. There's not even anybody here. Just a second. All right. So, where was I? AI is not going anywhere. Let's learn it. I am a photographer. I've been a photographer, well, I've been taking pictures now for over 30, probably closer to 35 years, maybe longer. I haven't even calculated that out in a long time. But I don't necessarily like my pictures to be used by public AI. But we just have to live with the mistakes that other people are making and try not to make those same mistakes again. I'm a photographer. I like to take pictures. I like to document the wild, the wilderness. I'm specialized more in nature photography and wildlife photography. I'd like to do some astrophotography, microscope photography. I want to get some adapters for my microscopes back here for my cameras. I can teach you those things. I can teach you how to be a photographer. I just have so many things that I want to do with this channel. And I really hope that you guys can come and join me on this adventure. I know this has not been the most exciting show ever, and we never really got into creating anything or demonstrating anything. But I wanted to give you a guidance, give you an idea where this channel is heading. I hope you come back, visit me. We'll get some projects going. I got some Arduino projects that I would like to do. I've got some telescope projects. I want to get this one cleaned up. This is my grandpa's old telescope. I have microscopes that I want to get cleaned up behind me, get things made so we can do that. I just want to make little projects and get started, get my hands dirty and learn alongside you guys. So, with that said and done, I hope you subscribe, watch this channel, hit the bell so you get notified. Just keep coming back because I believe we're going to get more and more interesting as time goes on. Now, as I said, next few months going to be interesting. I may not be doing as many live things right around my surgery time, but I will hopefully have some recorded things, some clips and stuff that we can get published here, put out on YouTube. I'll keep you updated, and until next week, next Tuesday night. My goal is on Tuesday nights. Till next Tuesday night, I will see you. Have a great week and take care.